Namaste everyone, I'm Nithyananda. What to do if you're fired from your job? This is really very interesting topic, and I inspired to do this video as an answer to a person who I want to help to get to the Inner Awakening course. And he has this issue. He had some fight with his boss. He lost his job. He didn't get paid, and so on and so on. I myself I had about maybe 12 to 15 jobs in my life, and I've been fired from 4 jobs. 2 of them, the boss was a little bit faster than myself because I already wanted to leave. But in all cases, in other 2 cases, in all cases as a whole, I really benefited a lot, and sometimes I benefited straight away. This was because of developed mindset and attitude. It was not like this before. This thing was developed. Now I want to share with you how you can really benefit from these situations, and how this is important, not to feel guilty about it. This is the first thing very important. Never feel guilty about it. Actually, you can even be happy about it, celebrate it very quickly, like in the next several minutes after the news, and take advantage of the situation and go with the new situation, benefit from it. Never feel guilty and never worry. This is the other thing that I want to say. Yes, never worry, and always have the next job right at the fingertips of your hand, waiting for you. Next opportunity is waiting there for you. This was the case with me. Now I'll explain. First of all, there are 4 fathers. And you should respect all of them. One is biological father. This is the person who is biologically your father. The next father is the caregiver. The caregiver doesn't need to be biological father. Doesn't need to fulfill the other functions. He just takes care of you in your everyday life, helps you in the bringing up. The next father is the sponsor, financial father, the person who secures your material existence. He can give money, he can give some materials for your existence, support. He's the sponsor for your life. He can be your boss. And the 4th father is the model. Your model. It could be your favorite pop singer, pop star. Could be some kind of movie star that you like a lot. And this could be your spiritual father, your guru. Now, your boss, let's say you work somewhere, your boss is the 3rd father, is the financial father. He is father. You don't get into fight with your father. You don't get into fight and conflicts with your father if you want to prosper materially. You will never live true abundance if you are not clean in your heart, in your emotions, and your feelings towards your father. End of story. This is it. Of course, in most cases, in our families, the father, at least in the first years, this is not always the case. At least the first years, the father, there's one figure for all these roles. But it's not necessary. They can be different. Biological father can be one. Financial father, caregiver can be another one. Let's say that there is divorce in the family and so on. Spiritual father can be different. Your boss is father. Know this thing. Take responsibility for it. It's not necessary that you agree with him on all subjects, but it is absolutely necessary for you to know that emotionally it is law. It is law. You have to have clean emotional attitude. This means positive feelings. The best thing is love and devotion and dedication. You have to have really good relationship with your boss. Not excellent relationship with your boss, absolute guarantee no career. End of story. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Different ways to have these things in Nithyananda, my guru, gives this technique completion. You go through your mind through the certain situation that has created this conflict, and you relive this. Let's say it has created stress in your mind. You relive this situation several times, at least 5 times, as he says. And you go through it over and over again until it gets released. Best way to clean your emotion towards the person, in this case the boss, with whom you had conflict, is in your mind, in yourself, when you're on your own. You go through the situation, you analyze it, you relive it, and then you speak in your mind. You imagine that you're in front of him and you complete with him. You say where you think that it's not necessary to say I'm sorry, really. Well, if you feel that you have really done somewhere wrong, you can say yes, I'm sorry. But most important thing is to say, I understood that I've been wrong on this, and I need to correct on this, and now I've decided to correct and to do like this and this. So you're conscious about the situation. This is it. It's not necessary to say really, I'm terribly sorry and so on, to degrade yourself in something like this. You do this thing on your own, then you can take a mirror and you talk this thing out loud in front of the mirror. So imagine the image in front of you is him. You see yourself, but imagine that you speak actually to the person, let's say in this case the boss. Then you can do this thing once again with somebody else, let's say a friend of yours or some member of your family. You imagine that this is the person, let's say your brother, your sister, whoever, and you speak with this person and you speak the same things as you would speak with the person that you have conflict. And you say, I'm conscious about this that I didn't, and now I'm completing with this thing. And I'm starting again with new attitude. I understand that I'm wrong in this, here, there. By the time you do these things a few times, you do it with your own, you do it with the mirror, you do it with another person, by this time you really have rehearsed everything and you have cleaned yourself enough so that when you come to the last step of this process, the completion process, when you meet the person live, because you need to meet him, best thing is to meet him live or over the phone, have a conversation with him, then your tongue will be sweet, your speech will be sweet like honey. And because you're clean inside, you have no stress and you don't feel nervous about it. Nothing can agitate you so that the conflict can rise again and be even stronger than before. Because if you're not clean inside, you can actually create a greater conflict when you see him or her. So this is the process that you can go through. I myself did it years ago, and the person that I had such kind of conflict, I felt that I felt like I was truly I find it a very painful experience, and I decided to do the following thing, and it worked absolutely like magic. I took a bunch of flowers, and every day I picked one flower and put it in a jar, and in front of this jar there was the picture of this person that has hurt me. So I gave the flower to this person, and I imagined and I tried to do it really clear, and I spoke out that I'm doing it and I'm giving it with love. The first day the pain was so strong that I actually laid immediately on the bed and started crying, and I couldn't finish the exercise. The second day was similar, but a little bit better. Third day was alright, and about the third or fourth day, I actually when I was doing all the exercise, I got so happy that I actually imagined that I'm sort of dancing with this person, and this person enjoys, and I started really dancing in the room. And I imagined, wow, this person moves like this, like this, like this, and I'm laughing, and I really cleaned myself from inside, and I did this thing for 7 days. And I had a chance to meet this person sometime later, and it was an absolutely wonderful situation. And it proved this contact that I had with this person. It was wonderful, and I felt back in my integrity, to be integrated with myself and these feelings. So let's go back to the topic. What can be your attitude? I'll just share with you my experiences. Yes. So I'm not gonna to go through this times when I was fired. My boss was a little bit faster than me. Once he fired me in the morning, and I was planning to tell him in the at noon that I'm leaving. So when I heard him say that it's not gonna work with us, and I said, wow, good. yes, good. And my next job, I actually started earning more money than him, and so good situation. All right. So there was this time that I worked as a chef in a specific place, and I had some tensions, with my boss, and I got fired, and I was thinking what was the just a little bit before I had some kind of conversation with my boss, and I understood that there were some reasons in the way this person was thinking. I thought, wow, this person might have a little bit too high ego. This is where things are coming from, and but I was thinking emotionally. Yes, this was something that I was doing. I was taking things responsible. So you need to be responsible when you go to the job and you get so much paid for this hour, or you get paid monthly. Don't look at this job just by what you receive as money. Never do this thing. Think of how your boss can live abundant, can prosper, can make money. Not only money, but he needs to make money as well. You need to be responsible for this as well. Not only, oh, how much will I get? If you go like this, know that you are the exploiter. Any person who feels that he is exploited, he's not well valued, his work is not valued, when he goes, he's the exploiter. Any employee, he's the exploiter, because when he started the job, he was thinking about himself, how much will I get? And never has the thought, how much will the boss get? How will his company prosper? You need to have this thought. You need to be responsible as you are in a family. If you're in a family, you will think about your father. Think of your boss as your father. That's it. Your father needs to be abundant. He needs to be healthy. He needs to be happy. He needs to prosper. He's your father. Your boss is financial father, but main father. Think of it like this. So I was thinking like this about my boss, and was thinking, why so impatient and so on. And so I was thinking about the family, and I was sort of praying and trying to help emotionally. I was thinking in my mind, how can this person improve, and what can I do emotionally, not only to clean my feelings towards this person, but I was imagining how this person prospers, is more abundant, more happy in the family and in the business as well. So this thing happened, and I was thinking, wow, maybe it's too much of an ego. So I thought, well, I'm thinking of this about this other person. Am I not myself having ego? So I did an exercise to kill my ego. went and home and I shared with my family and my friends, my housemates, what exactly happened, and I actually used the same arguments that the boss used for me to tell me that I was not qualified for this and that, I was not well organized, not quick enough, and so on. And I said exactly the same words, and I never said a bad word about this boss who just fired me. So I did this thing as an exercise to kill my ego. If I have an ego, I wanted to kill it. Next day, there were some clothes that I had and I need to give back, so I went there, and when I returned them, I did another thing, and I did it as an exercise as well, once again to kill my ego and to clean my feelings. This is very important. You know this thing. Why is it important? Because God will give you, life will give you immediately. This is how you get control of the situation and you benefit from the situation. You benefit from the situation. This is a plus for you. Immediately it becomes a plus for you. Do this emotionally. Do it quickly and do it correct. You will be controlling the situation. You are in control of the situation. The boss works for you. The situation works for you. Life works for you. So I did this thing in exercise. Because where does the power come from? It comes from the heart. Know this thing. Love. Love is powerful. Love is powerful. And it creates immediately situations. Immediately. But you need to have it love. Don't tolerate any negative feelings. Clean them immediately. Immediately clean them. You will get result instantly. That was my situation. So, in order to be sure that I have clean from the heart, next time when I gave this closer and I said like this, I did it more as an exercise. But I also intended I was going to take advantage if my boss has agreed. And I said, and by the way, I'm ready to do even other type of work that was lower in responsibility, a little bit lower paid and so on. I sort of wanted to degrade myself, but to show respect to the boss and believe, and that I believe in the qualities of the boss and qualities of the benefits of the company, the place. And I'm gonna say I can do, if you want, if you need, I can actually do in this type of work as well. And this moment, the person turned around, my boss turned around and said, "Wow, this is great news. Thank you. I will call you if I need you." And never called. But I gained from this thing. Now I had the power. I was sure. I did everything, and I had the power. When you work at the workplace, know very clearly the technical work is only about 10, 20, 30%. All the rest is emotional work and relationship work. Work from the heart and mindset and relationships. What you give as attitude. Do this your job in this direction, in this field. You know that I will explain it to you like this. Imagine you're a movie director and you have one scene, a second scene, a third scene, and so on. In a movie, there are different scenes. They change place. Let's say first in the house, then in the office, then somewhere in the party, then somewhere in another country. This is what happens when you change job and so on. It's just finishing. One scene is finishing and then you go to the next one, but you are the ruler. You are the director. You created this thing with your mind, with your thoughts. You might have not recognized them. But when this thing happens, know that your thoughts have come to the edge of the cup, and now it is overflowing. Now it is giving results. Your thought and action, they're giving results in it. When you do the job emotionally, know, absolutely be certain, because this was with me the situation. You did your job well. You did your job well. Technically, you might have done somewhere wrong, but you can always improve. If you get the good relationship with your boss, you can always improve. If the boss doesn't give tolerance, doesn't give another chance, no. It's not your issue. Next job was much better. I started working a bigger chain with way more people that I learned from. And I got it like this. Other people around me, they can't find a job. They call on a register on a or job agency. They're waiting. No job. For me, jobs like this. I got fired once again. The next job that I got was the best job ever, with the best atmosphere, the best people. I lived like king, like hippie. They were so beautiful. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be irresponsible, because when something gets repeated, take notice of where your weak sides are. So what I did specifically, I found out that yes, there are these things in my character. Obviously, this person says it, but then this person says it. There's 2 or 3 people saying one and the same thing. All right, so there must be a reason for this thing. And I sat down and penned down what are my weak sides. And what I did, there was a book that's called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. Wonderful book. You should know it and you should read it. And what I did, I penned down, because what happens in our life is our problems that we create for ourselves. And obviously there's some negative problems going on in my mind. You have to replace them with positive self-talk. I penned down and I followed the instructions from the book recommendation. I recorded my own voice. I recorded myself on my mobile phone and then put it on my laptop, and I then put several recordings. One of the same message for myself, from me to myself, hearing my own voice. And I did it my own voice alone. Then I did several other, the same message, but I did several melodies. I took some meditation melody. I overlapped it with some talks with, this time I was listening a lot to Abraham Hicks, Esther. It's very, very famous author, and the author of the book Asking It Is Given. I absolutely loved it. So one layer of the one track goes my own voice, and the other track is her voice speaking. There was this video recording about love, and another one. This was my favorite, was Mercedes Badela. This is person and assistant of Geshe Michael Roach, the person who wrote the book Karma Management and the Karma Love and so on. So, and she has absolutely wonderful voice, and this song was it's called Ave Maria. This song, it brought me like when I was listening to this song, I feel like I'm in the cradle, like my mother shakes me in the cradle and sings to me, and then I hear also my voice with my message. So I listen to all these different records, like 4 or 5 times I hear my own message, self suggestion in 4 or 5 different modes. One is only my voice, then with meditation music, and then with this and with that. And I listened to this thing for several months. I saw some results, and I believe that one of the results is also that I'm here today with my guru. I believe that this recording has helped me as well to come here and be with my guru, who for me is the greatest guru of our time, the greatest leader of our time. So this is what I did as well. And one last thing I would say, yes, I was fired once again from another job. Listen to this one. 2 weeks before that, I was thinking to change this job, but I didn't have time, and I was a little bit lazy, and all I have to do is just go on internet and find job. I didn't do even this, and one day I sat and I thought, oh God, come on, please, can you give me a present? Please give me a present. Can you do this thing for me this time like this? Somebody calls me and says, oh, you know what? I have an opportunity for you. I have a job for you. Come on, take advantage of this opportunity I'm offering you. I know you can do it. And I was saying this to go, can I have like a present? Please, can I have a present? Next day, listen to this. Next day, my boss comes and says, you know, it's not gonna work between us like this, and but I have a friend, and he needs a worker. His place, and actually it's a little bit better than this place in some aspects. So if you want to take advantage of it, I said yes. I went there and it was really a little bit better. And it was the last job that I had. I worked there for about half a month. Afterwards I came here. Can you imagine this thing? Your boss, listen, I'm the employee, I'm here and he's here. He's the boss. He's here on hierarchy level. I'm the subordinate and he's the boss, he's the ruler. But on the mental level of thought, I'm the boss, and he comes and fulfills my desire. I want you to know this thing, because when you are clean in your heart, when you're clean in your thoughts, you've done your job well in this respect, everyone will serve you, including your boss. All the people that are above you, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people or more above you, they will come and they will serve you. They will serve your desires, just like in this case. I was thinking, can somebody call me somebody friend? And he turns out to be my best friend. He's firing me and he's finding me another job, exactly as I wanted. This is the power of thought. It's not only about thought. Thought is thought, alright. But in order for it to have power, it needs to has the connection with here, the heart, alright? There has to be connection. And you have to work this thing. Do this thing. Never you will worry about job. Never. About bills, payments, so on. Of course, you will think about them. You will be responsible. But life will always serve you opportunities. Always. Alright, this is from me. So, I'm doing this video recording. This is where my attitude, this kind of attitude, has led me to this place. If I have a boss, who's my boss? Nithyananda, the greatest guru of our time. So imagine a great leader. Let's say Richard Branson is very famous in UK, where I lived for the last 3 years. Multi-millionaire, and he has this island. So imagine somebody like Richard Branson or some other millionaire who, in addition to this, has extraordinary powers. Like my guru, like 1 month ago, he created rain in 108 places all over the world. Such kind of power, connection with nature. And when I see him in action, his attitude, this is the greatest leader of our time. And he wants us, people that we live here, to get all his knowledge, all his power. Imagine a person like this. Imagine an opportunity like this. I have worked for this opportunity. Yes, I have worked also physically. But the most work I've done was emotional. It's completion process and keeping myself positive, treating my boss as a father, being loyal, and thinking of his prosperity, honestly desiring the prosperity. Think of the prosperity of your father. He needs to prosper. You will be surprised. You will be surprised by what life has to offer you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And this kind of change, my Guru Swamiji, he offers it can be developed, and that can be very massive push. It happens both very short period of time, 21 days, and also all the way, all lifelong afterwards as well, through this course in awakening, because of the incredible processes that are going on in this course, and also because of the support of the products afterwards. There are some products that you get that keep your energy throughout your lifetime. This is the best program I know. It's available in the world. Thank you. Wish you all the best, all abundance, the best jobs, the best business if you have your own business. And honestly, sincerely invite you to take advantage also of this course in awakening as well. Tremendous push and development for your life, abundance, work, business. Thank you. Namaste, Nithyananda.